Hello everyone, it's Robin here and welcome back to my channel. So how are you doing on this lovely fall Saturday? Oh, the weather is gorgeous here. I'm in the Midwest, I'm in Illinois in the St. Louis area, and we have some beautiful weather happening all of a sudden, which is great. And I say that because it snowed earlier this week. What? That was crazy. Still getting used to that. I've lived here, I came from Southern California, so I've lived in the Midwest now for about 4 years, and I'm still getting used to all the weather patterns. Love the fall. Oh my gosh, the leaves are so beautiful, and the snow is always very exciting, but I think it was a bit early. So, you know, we are in the middle of November, which is really fun, and November is kind of a fun month. It's like sandwiched in between Halloween and Christmas when you look at the seasons. We have Thanksgiving coming up, and in Thanksgiving I'm always thinking of family and whatnot, and you know, it's a great time to pause for a moment before the frenzy of Christmas and be thankful, right? And that's what we're gonna do today, and we're doing it through a Thanksgiving Disney pin tag. So much fun. So I was tagged by the awesome Abby and Hope, the Disney sisters, and I'm really excited to do this tag. They created this tag with Heather from the Disney Housewife and Nicole from Irresistible Magic. And I will link all 3 of their tag videos down below so you can go check them out. But I am pretty excited. So are you ready for the Thanksgiving Disney pin tag? Well, I am. Let's just get started. This pin tag has 7 categories. So I'll be sharing 7-ish pins. I mean, you know how it goes sometimes, right? And I think one of the pins I've never shared before, so keep your eye out for that. So that'll be fun. And the first category is time for tradition. Share a pin that represents a family tradition. Now, in our household, I have just mentioned that I moved from Southern California to here, but most of our kids are still back in Southern California. Together, Rod and I have 5 kids. They're all adults. We have some married off. We have some grandkids, so the family is growing. And family tradition for us has always been when we gathered, you know, during a holiday, special events, or just when we gathered, we would play games. Oh my gosh, games are so much fun. Always board games. When Rod and I go back and visit, board games always come out. That's what we do. So I have 2 fun pins to share here. You'll see why there's 2, because they really are kind of a pair here. Oh, look at these. These are hidden Mickey playing cards from Alice in Wonderland. Super cool, right? Let me give you a close-up of these pens. We have 2 of the playing card soldiers from Alice in Wonderland. We have the Ace of Diamonds here and the 2 of Clubs over here. Aren't they cool? So I do have an Alice in Wonderland collection, and these playing cards look really awesome. They just highlight that collection well. I love the parts with the soldiers, and you know, the queen gets mad at them because they're painting the roses red. Who's painting the roses red? And then they all march around. Super, super fun. These are hidden Mickey pins, and I'm really excited to have them in my collection for the Alice in Wonderland factor. But right now, you know, I'm pretty excited because they are very reminiscent of the family board games that we play when we all gather. Super fun. Our next category is Pass the Pumpkin Pie. Share a pin with a pumpkin or a pie on it. Well, you know, when I went to do this pin tag and I was going through my pins, I realized right off the bat, I don't have any Thanksgiving pins. I really don't have any fall pins either. I have a lot of Halloween pins, and I have a lot of Christmas pins. But Thanksgiving kind of got left out, so I need to fix that, right? But I do have a pin with a pumpkin on it. Now, you might not want to eat this pie because it comes from the old hag, and she's holding a pumpkin. I love this pin, and I'm sharing it because I am also very thankful that I finally have this pin in my collection, because I just recently traded for it, and I've been searching for this pin for about a year. So yes, I am thankful for this pumpkin pie pin, even if the old hag has it. This pin comes from the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party 2018. It was a mystery set, and this is one of the limited edition pins. It's limited edition to 750 from that set. Well, I do have, while I have an Alice in Wonderland collection, I also have a Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs collection, and I absolutely love the Evil Queen and the Old Hag. And I was finally able to get this pin for my collection. Love the Old Hag. Look at her. And instead of the poison apple, well, she's holding a pumpkin. It's kind of a jack-o'-lantern, but look at that. It's still a pumpkin. And I'm so thankful that I finally have this pin, even if it's a little on the evil side. Super fun. Well, you might not want to eat that pie though, right? Our next category is gather around the table, share a pin with a feast fit for Thanksgiving. Well, again, like I said, I don't have any Thanksgiving pins, so I don't really have any feasting pins, but when I do think of feasting, my mind goes immediately to Epcot and the World Showcase, especially around the Food and Wine Festival. So I have 2 pins from there, and here they are. I chose these 2, well, because they represent Rod and myself. So I come from England. I'm part English and Scottish and Irish. I'm all those ishes. So I have Winnie the Pooh in the UK here, and he is eating, I don't really know what that is. I want to say it's a shepherd's pie, but it doesn't really look like that either. But we'll go with that, okay? If you know, let me know. And I also have Grumpy from Germany. Now, Rod is of German descent. Our last name is Deutschmann, or Deutschmann, if you want to say it that way. That's probably more correct. And it literally means German man in German, so you can't get much more German than that. And we've got Grumpy here eating a pretzel. Now, if you've ever been to the Germany Pavilion, their restaurant there, oh my gosh, it is a smorgasbord of fun, that's for sure, and it's definitely a feast fit for Thanksgiving. Let me show you both of these fun pins. These pins were released in a mystery set for the 2019 Food and Wine Festival, and it showcased all the World Showcase pavilions. There were 11 possibilities. I have 8 of the pins. I'm missing 3. I would like to get the other 3. That would be really awesome. But we have Winnie the Pooh here from the UK, and he is eating what I'm going to call a shepherd's pie, but it might be something else. I'm not really sure, because he fits my heritage. And then, of course, we have Grumpy here, and you know, Grumpy's not Rod's heritage, but Germany is, and he's eating a pretzel. Super, super fun. Love these pins. They were limited release. We did not make it to the Food and Wine this year, but we have been in the past, and it is super, super fun. So yeah, here is my feast fit for Thanksgiving. I'm hungry already. Our next category is let's give thanks. Share a pin with something you are thankful for. And you know, this is a great time of year to take that opportunity to kind of reflect on everything that we're thankful for. You know, family and friends and you guys and being on YouTube and all of that. And I pulled this pin out when I was going through the pins. I had a couple of ideas, but when I saw this one, I pulled it out immediately because I'm definitely thankful for this. And this is the Carl and Ellie pin from the Up series from this year's pin trading nights in May that Rod and I went to, and they have their Paradise Falls jar here. And I chose this pin because what I am thankful for, and let's see if I can verbalize all of this, is that I am with someone who will put money in a jar, who has hopes and dreams, who will share in that with me, and who will drop his hat at a moment's notice and just like drive to Disney World or drive somewhere because it seems like a fun thing to do. And I also am with somebody who, if that jar is not very full and not full enough, it's okay because we are doing it together. So I am definitely thankful for that. I'm thankful for my Paradise jar filled to the brim, and also when it's empty, because I know I'm with somebody who will support me and be with me no matter what, which is really what's important, right? Okay, let me show you this pin because the pin itself is too. It's pretty awesome. This Carl and Ellie pin comes from the Up set that was released during the May pin trading nights, which is the very first pin trading nights I ever went to. Rod and I drove down kind of almost last minute. We had heard our friend Vicky, Vixen Lost in Disney, who lives in England. She was saying, I'm coming down for that. And we said, well, that's it. We're just gonna have to go. If Vicky can fly all the way there, we're definitely going. And it was really fun because we met up with some other YouTubers. We met up with Hope and Abby from the Disney Sisters, and Beth Lung and her husband Johnny, and Vicky, of course, and even Karen's USA Adventures showed up. We all played miniature golf, and it was super, super fun. And when we went to the pin trading event, we got to see so many other awesome people. So I will link that video down below of that time because we just had a great time. And this pin is awesome too because it has a jar that goes out, and there's, can you hear that? There's coins in that jar. This pin's limited edition of 3,000. And again, it reminds me of fun times. A lot of things I'm thankful for, but mostly because I'm thankful to have somebody that I can walk with, that it doesn't matter if the jar's full or empty. Our next category is after dinner nap. Share a pin of a sleeping character or a Disney resort you'd like to take a nap in. sign me up for the nap for sure. I'd love to take a nap probably at any of the Disney resorts, so we're just gonna go to the character that is sleeping. And the pin I chose comes from a mystery set that was released last year. It was a limited release set, and it is from Ralph Breaks the Internet, and of course it is Aurora and Vanellope sleeping off their Thanksgiving meal, I'm sure. They look like they might have had a meal and a half, seconds, maybe thirds, right? So, you know, Thanksgiving is so fun. There is so much food and all those potatoes and all those warm, cozy foods and the sweet potatoes and the yams and the marshmallows and the, oh my gosh, the turkey, the stuffing, you name it, on the pumpkin pie. Yeah, you need to take a nap like this for sure afterwards. At least I do, that's for sure. But this pin is really cute. I loved this set. I don't have all the pins from this set, but the princesses in that movie, Ralph Breaks the Internet, was one of my favorite parts of the movie. Let me show you this pin. Here we have Aurora and Vanellope just sleeping away on their Sleeping Beauty's bed here. Look at that. This pin set was so much fun. I really enjoyed how they modernized all the princesses in Ralph Breaks the Internet, and I would have loved to seen all the princesses in that set, but I would love to get more of the pins in that set for sure. I do have probably 4, maybe 5 of the pins of my favorites, so that's maybe good enough, right? But definitely I have some goals here looking at them sleeping. That is a good looking slumber they're having. And after Thanksgiving meal, yeah, that is definitely a something to do. Our next category is Black Friday shopping. Share a pin that represents shopping. Oh my gosh, are you a Black Friday shopper? I am crazy for Black Friday. I absolutely love it. I love the crowds. I love the bargains. I love getting up early. I love Christmas and the frenzy. I love everything about it. And you know, Black Friday's changed a bit. It's not quite what it used to be. I taught Rod to like Black Friday. Can you believe it? He loved going out and getting up in the morning very early and just going to the stores. You know, you don't have to do that as much anymore because a lot of things happen online now, and a lot of people, I mean, a lot of the stores are putting their ads out early, but you know, that Black Friday, it's just fun, and that has almost become like a tradition in itself. Anyway, I am getting off track again. So I don't necessarily have a pin of shopping, but I do have the Fab Five in a sleigh filled with gifts, and it looks like that frenzied shopping of our car after a Black Friday day, right? So much fun. Let me show you. This is a 2-pin set that is attached with a ribbon in the center. So we have Pluto here pulling a sleigh filled with Mickey and Minnie and Donald and Goofy and a ton of presents. So yeah, they look like they went on a Black Friday shopping spree for sure. Love this pin, and you know what? I really am looking forward to Black Friday. It's super fun. And our last category, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Share a Christmas pin. And this pin I have not shared before because it just came in the mail and I'm pretty excited about it. And it's Mickey and Minnie and they're in a wreath. And it's from, it was a Disney Store pin. It's an older pin and I'm not sure of the year. And it was the 12 months of magic. And what's cool about this pin is that this is Mickey and Minnie. There's a wreath around them, but there are 11 or 12 pins. Oh, it must be 12 because it's the 12 months of magic. So there are 11 more pins that have different characters with a bit of holly around them. And when you place them all together, they create a wreath. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. It's like the ultimate puzzle pin. So I saw this one and I thought, you know what, I'm going to get this, and maybe that's a set I can start collecting because that sounds like really fun. I love it when it makes into something else, right? So let me show you this pin because the pin by itself is still really cool. Look at Minnie and Mickey dressed as Santa. Oh my gosh, the reds in this pin are so vibrant. I love the traditional holiday red and greens together. Love them. I also though love kind of the more vintage blue and reds together. That's really fun too. So this pin's very attractive to me. It's a good size pen. So see, look. It's a pretty decent sized pen, and it is the centerpiece of, like I said, that whole collection where you get different characters with a little bit of this holly here. Look, there's a holly berry, really cool, that goes around and it creates a wreath. Oh my gosh, I think I need to get that whole set, right? But if I can't, it's okay because this pin is really cool and it will really look nice on my Christmas board this year. Look at that bow, love this. So like I said in the very beginning, I don't have any Thanksgiving pins, and that's a shame because I really do like the Thanksgiving pins. I need to work on that this year. But I do have one more pin I want to share, because while it isn't a Thanksgiving pin, it's definitely a fall pin, and it's like the only one I have, and it is another hidden Mickey, but it features the Mad Hatter, and it's definitely in the fall colors. Let me show you this pin. I absolutely adore the Mad Hatter, so I'm really happy to have this very seasonal Mad Hatter for my collection. There's the hidden Mickey right here. Look at all the fall colors going on. I absolutely love this pin. Now, the Mad Hatter has Great Mad Tea Party, and I think that in itself is also a feast, so it's very fitting to have it for a Thanksgiving Disney pin tag. But here is my bonus pin of the Mad Hatter. That was a lot of fun, and I want to give special thanks to Hope and Abby from the Disney Sisters for tagging me in this awesome tag. I really enjoyed looking through all my pins and reflecting on family traditions and this time of year, and realizing I need more Thanksgiving pins. But I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. I will link their video down below so you can go check them out, as well as the Disney Housewife and Irresistible Magic, who helped create such a fun tag. Now it's time for me to tag some people, and I'm gonna tag a couple of people. And the first person I'm gonna tag is the Sassy Cinderella. Heather is doing a lot of Disney content, but she's recently been adding some extra content in. She's a baking fool over on her channel, and I'm loving every minute of it. So you might wanna go check her out for sure. But Heather, you are tagged. The next channel I want to tag is the Game Boys. Oh my gosh, Tim and Johnny are so much fun. They do a lot of unboxing, and they do have a lot of pins, and they just recently did a swap with their cat. Well, they didn't swap their cat, but they did a box swap for their cat, which was really a lot of fun. So definitely go check them out. So Tim and Johnny, you are tagged. Thank you all so much for joining me. You know, within the season of thanks, I definitely want to give my gratitude to you all. Every time you leave a comment, every time you hit a thumbs up and a like, I appreciate it so much. So thank you all so much for being there. I love chatting with you and sharing this time with you. Anyway, I hope you all are doing something fun today. Let me know in the comments what you're doing, because I'd love to hear what you all are up to for sure. But in the meantime, I hope you have a magical day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.